guys, Typhoon Tommy here. I thought that it would be a fun idea if I were to do a YouTube kind of build bio on Tahiti Gill's Mananui Airbnb project that I'm doing here in Kissimmee. Gill's whole idea was for this to be kind of a vacation home for himself, and then he's also going to use it as an Airbnb when he's not here. And judging by the amount of amazing things that he's been showing me, this is going to be a really special place. So, this is my first video. I should have done one actually when I was tearing the place apart to kind of give you a before and after, but oh well, we're starting now. So, a lot of demos already been done. I tore pretty much everything that I didn't need out of here. Now we're going to get started. So, follow along if you guys want, and it should be fun. So I wanted to give you guys a quick little rundown on what the actual build is. Starting with the kitchen, where you're going to do all new cabinets, all new handles. I'm going to actually use some of these spoons, and I know it may be sacrilege, but you can find them a lot of places, so I'm not too worried. But I'm going to cut them, and turn the handles into the handles of the cabinets. So probably going to redo the countertops, because I'm not a big fan of those. And then the living room is going to get a complete layover, and I'm going to do jade tiles in the windows, and I'm going to do this really cool bamboo divider over this side of the sliding glass door because we need this spot for a television. It's got a really cool old vintage looking flat screen, so that's going to go here. And then the closet, I took out the doors, and I'm going to put a pocket door in here. And the bathroom is going to get Trader Sam's wallpaper and a new vanity. And then in the bedroom, there used to be a big closet here that I took out, and this wall is going to get the Polynesian pattern on it, and the rest of the room is going to get woven in bamboo and all whatnot, and then the full ceiling treatment. So when it's all done, it's going to be really cool. It's a fun build, and I'm packing a lot of really cool stylized things in here, which I'm excited about. So, all right, onward. So the first thing I'm going to get started on is doing some spackle on this wall to clean up the drywall. All right, so the spackle is done, as you can see. We're going to let that dry, and then we're going to come in and give it a good sanding, make sure that it's all the little pinholes are filled. You don't have to go too crazy, because the majority of this wall is going to get painted in chocolate brown, and then all of these strips are going to be cut up into the geodesic shapes that make up that Polynesian pattern that looks really cool that we're doing back here. So while that's drying, I'm over here on another wall drawing out the pattern and trying to figure out spacing. I've pretty much gone through in the computer and figured out everything that I needed, but I really want that real world ability to measure from here to here and here to here, so that I know that it's gonna perfectly fit. So I've started that. This is the first ring, and then we'll work our way out from there. All right, so as you can see, I have my first cuts of the inner ring done, and now I'm over here continuing them. I'm going to get the first square done, get those sizes, and then I'll start mass producing once I have all of the sizes figured out. So, kind of sucks, but I was going through and I was running these things on my old hand-me-down belt sander and putting a perfect smooth 45 on these so that they would all line up really well. And I noticed it the other night, it's smoking out of the power switch. So for fear of burning the house down, I think I'm gonna have to let this thing go, which is unfortunate because I need a new one, but not at this juncture. So I set up the saw pretty good so that these would all be really close. I was just being a perfectionist. It happens sometimes, but I think I'm confident in the cut, and I think these will all line up really well. It was just an extra step. It's unfortunate, but we shall move on. So now, with all of that cut, I have the majority of the centerpieces all cut out. I still have some outside little chunks, but I'm gonna wait until I get everything up to find out how long those need to be. I didn't need to go waste a whole piece of wood for something that's only gonna be this far before it goes into the wall. So now I have to do the layout and the lines on the brown wall with my washable white pencil, and then I have to go through and paint all of these with our 3 poly colors, then start nailing them in place. It'll be fun. So I'm having to do a little bit of improvisation here. The other pieces that I painted are having a hard time covering up any lettering that's written into the wood. So I'm going now, and on the final one, of course you learn everything when you're finally done, but I'm going to sand off all the writing, so I don't have as much of an issue of the paint not covering that specific spot. Adapt, it happens. Man, that was a lot of time lapse. So thanks for sticking through all that. As you can see, we are almost done. I'm out here on day 4 or 5 of this project. So all those montages take place over a few days. And as you can see, yes, we only have a few sections done. I didn't get enough of the orange primed and painted, so I couldn't finish on Saturday. So now it's Monday. I had them all painted, and they are ready for cutting up and finishing this out. So a little bit more and then we're done with this. And I cannot tell you how happy I am to be done with this. Took about a week to accomplish this, and I love it. I think it's beautiful. It's gonna be a really cool, you know, behind the bed. Gil and I were also talking that it might actually be really cool for photo shoots. You know, you move the bed out of the way, put in like a peacock chair. I don't know, it's just a really dynamic wall piece, and I'm really happy with it. So, yay! I'm gonna put up 2 pieces of woven mat on each side of this and call this wall done. All right, well, that's it for video number 1. The Polynesian wall is finished. The woven mat panels are up on the side. I'll do the molding that goes around all of this when I finish the entire room this week. And that concludes it for the first video. If there's anything that you guys would like me to include or talk about, anything that I'm leaving out that you'd like to see in, please leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. And thanks for sticking around. Mahalo.